Hello, and welcome to Large Print. Today we're going to talk about the book Circe by Madeline Miller. Circe takes us into the world of Greek mythology, which, if you're familiar with, will be helpful if you decide to read this book because there are a lot of characters up front, and if not, it'll feel like you're looking at the beginning of a marathon, big cluster. But as it gets going, you sort of see things more clearly. If you don't have any familiarity with Greek mythology, there is a reference page for you to use, and like the one I had to use when I read the Red Tent, like literally every page for the first half of the book. Reading this book, I was familiar with the basics of Zeus and his brothers and their basic plot line. But Ms. Miller adds some hot sauce to this world, and it's pretty unique. I think if this book had been written 20 years ago, it'd have been the most popular book in high school, and it would have raised all the reading statistics, and then it would have been banned thereafter. Now, gods are quite mighty and very powerful, but sometimes they can be fooled by those over whom they rule. And Circe is no exception. Considered a lesser goddess, she trains herself in witchcraft and uses her skills to become quite a powerful being in her domain. Another thing I found with Miss Miller's writing was her extraordinary use of ordinary language. And she would use this ordinary language to create moments with an aftershock and cause you to do a double take. Like, if you're only half listening to somebody and then you realize 20 seconds later that they said something pretty alarming and you're like, wait, what? From the beginning, I find the writing is really good and just really grabs you. But it really tightens its grip on you when there's a monstrous assault on Circe. It's sickening, but thankfully, as you keep reading, you will find the words of retribution you're looking for. I don't know if it's revenge or justice, but it is swift. And the story goes on as it has to. However, the permanent tattoo of the experience shows itself, as it would, for the remainder of the story. Stepping back from the book, when I was finished, I realized that there was a theme sort of hidden throughout the whole book, hidden by divine powers and monsters and crimes and punishment. And the thing is parenting, good and bad. Now, I am not a goddess or an immortal, but I did find myself nodding along as Circe found herself lost in a confusing forest of parenting. Turns out, even immortals are not immune to the volatile temperament of a toddler or the mixed feelings one has when their child is approaching that time when they'll go off into the world. There are a lot of books out there. They're not all gems. This one is a gem. Give it a try.